Hello manifestors. This video is about the law of attraction, which you are very familiar with, which is great news. And a lot of people understand it conceptually, but how do you put that law in practice so that it benefits you? And basically, how do you turn that idea into cash? And in this class here, we will talk about that. So, law of attraction, basically, if you're a vibrational match to something, then you will see or attract that into your reality and into your experience. So let's say if you harbor pain, then you will attract these painful experiences in your life, like in relationships, right? So the next question is, how do you know which kind of vibration you harbor? What are you attracting? This is where most people get lost. Like, I don't know what vibrational match I am to. Like, what is vibrational match really is? So the key to understanding how you vibrating is your feelings. So we need to learn how to feel. And when we feel something negative, lots of people, most of people, if you feel this jolt of fear or jolt of anger, we very quickly try to push it down, not to feel it. So we kind of numb. Lots of people really learn how to be numb. It's hard for them to remember how to feel again. Just because there's so much painful, and who wants to feel pain? It's painful, right? We try to get away from pain into the pleasure. And so this is how and why some people start to do lots of drinking and drugs, because to get away from that pain that they don't want to feel. But the cure for that is very simple, actually. Learn how to feel your negative emotions. And when you feel a jolt, notice it, look at it, and say, I feel you, I see you. You're not really me, you're not my essence, but I have you for some reason. And even you can feel where in your body you feel that jolt, some like solar plexus, in your belly. Like, for example, when you do some purchase, any purchase, it can be small purchase, big purchase, whatever triggers you. If you have some of mental construct or the program of fear of losing money, or I don't have enough, that program, I don't have enough, which will of course attract you always not having enough money. When you go and buy something, you will feel a jolt. And right now, this is the precious moment, the treasure that you can catch. Notice it, and right in the moment, while it's happening, rethink that program to the positive. Let's say the program is, I never have enough money. Easy. You go like, I see you, thank you, here we go. I always have enough money to buy whatever I want. And then you might want to say it several times in different ways until you feel the fear and you'll feel this release. And you just release that block that was lodged in your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body. So that belief system, it really can block us in many ways. And so with just one statement, you just can puff it out of the existence. And You see, this method is amazing because you can apply it not only to the money, but also to your physical health. Because a program like this, I have not enough, if you tense enough times in your life, let's say you have it somewhere in your belly, you're gonna have problems with your belly. You're gonna have some kind of digestive problems, you're gonna have, constipations or something. You'll have pain in that area because fear is congestion. When you have the congestion in your physical body, it turns into chronic pain or chronic disease. When you congest in the emotional body, you will feel that lack of love. You will feel that collapse in your life energy. You become small and you become less attractive. So that relates to your relationships in your life with other people, like love relationships. If you're always small and you're always contracting and I'm not enough, you will attract something similar, or an abuser who will use that in their own benefits and keep hurting you until you wake up, basically say, wait a second, I am enough and I don't need to be treated like this. You see how money so easily comes to relationships? It's the same thing. We work on the same things. Once you dissolve the block, one general block, I'm not enough, I don't have enough, out of your life, you will heal in so many ways. And that's the magic of this method. It's multidimensional within yourself. So this is the exercise. When you do some action in relation to money, like spending money, for example, notice your feelings, or receiving money, or lots of money. Some people have fear of receiving lots of money. So you can even think of a scenario, imagine a scenario when you all of a sudden received $10 million. How do you feel? And feel that disbelief, or feel that fear, or whatever comes up for you. And of course, for everybody it's different. In my other classes, I give you this emotional guide of how to determine what is your number that feels the best for you, but there will be numbers that feels very uncomfortable. And this is where the potential blocks are. But the best way is still to just notice and observe your own feelings in your regular day-to-day life. And the life will show you what you've got, basically. So then you know what you can change. Because to change something, you need to know what to change. And life will show you what has to be changed. And what has to be changed always feels bad, uncomfortable, like a negative emotion. It's the opposite of love. It's the opposite of joy. Whenever you feel it now, so remember, it's your opportunity now to heal. Don't run away from your feelings. If you don't have yet enough awareness to catch the program right in the moment, but you notice that negative feeling, and maybe you did the purchase, you came home, you're like, oh my God, I remember I felt that way. Then sit down, take a piece of your magic notebook and write down what thoughts created that negative feeling. What did you think in the moment? And then rewrite it to the positive. Let's say I don't have enough, right? That's your belief system. Belief, I don't have enough. So if something like this is very persistent in your life, like this was one of my biggest programs, write 7 or more positive affirmations that will cancel this one out. So basically, we're training our mind to think in the positive. And when you do that, I suggest you write those positive affirmations, at least 7, or somewhere, maybe in your bedroom where you wake up and you look at them right away, or somewhere in the bathroom where, you know, on a mirror, so that you see those affirmations every day for some period of time. And little by little, your mind will learn to think in those terms instead of this old program that you probably inherited from your, you know, parents, grandparents, or somebody, you absorbed it when you were little. Because when we're little, we don't have programs, we clean. We do have our soul, and our soul knows what it wants, but the mind is trained to think in certain patterns, survival patterns, by our parents and society, and, you know, for us to fit in, to survive, all that survival things kick in, and this is where we can accumulate some negative stuff. If we're in a negative environment, or even slightly, there's always something, you know. So that's the method, guys. Enjoy, do your work. This method is really powerful. Again, don't believe me, do it yourself, but you can only get results when you actually do it. Just watching the video and saying, okay, I got it, that's not enough. You need to practice, and then the practice will show you the results. I promise. Thank you.